This video is on minors. To keep it simple, the minor modes all have one thing in common. The third of the scale is a minor third. So for example, if we start out with the key of C and we lower the third, that's one minor, and that's called the melodic minor, or the major minor, or minor major minor. The reason why it's called minor major, you can see the first half of the scale is very minor sounding, but then it just goes right to the regular major. That's the melodic minor. Now if we want to lower the sixth tone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in addition to the third, we have what's called the harmonic minor. It reminds you of a harem dance in the Middle East. The next thing we can do is lower the seventh, as well as the third and the sixth. That's called the Aeolian, or the natural minor, and I'll explain that in terms of modes in just a second. So that one you lower the third, the sixth, and the seventh. Now we're going to go and just lower the, We're going to lower the third and the seventh. That's actually called the Dorian. And I'll explain the Dorian and the natural, or the Aeolian, in terms of modes in another video. The reason why there are minors of interest is because when you see a piece of music, it's going to have the key signature of the major scale that is a step and a half up from the root. If you're playing C minor, for example, a third up from the root. So you're playing C minor, let's just say that's the melodic. The key signature for C minor is E flat major, 3 flats, which is the Aeolian mode of E flat major. If you remember, the Aeolian mode is the root you start with the same scale of E flat major, but you go to the sixth note in it, which just happens to be C. So C forms the Aeolian mode of E flat major, and you play the same flats that are in E flat major, and you get the scale, which is called the natural minor. But sometimes, because of the harmony and the mood of the piece, composers like to mess around with these notes. And so sometimes they'll play a run that's like that, and sometimes they'll play a run like this. All of these then are part of the E flat major key, and what you will see on the piece of music would be naturals, or instead of having an A flat, you would have A natural, and sometimes you may see a B flat with a natural sign to make that B natural. All of these then create a scale where those things are naturalized. So for example, you would start, you naturalize the A, naturalize the B, and you get the melodic minor, C melodic minor. If you naturalize the B, you get the harmonic. So scales, pieces that are written in minors, in a minor mode, you may see frequently naturals throwing in there, sometimes sharps or flats, depending on how they do the harmony.